Welcome to Fightmaster Yoga, where it's not about the pose and you don't have to be perfect. Today's class is Hatha Yoga for Love. Magically feel your best. Begin sitting up nice and tall, bringing your hands together. We'll do a lot of hip, hamstring, shoulder stretching, getting ready for compass pose today. Inhale, let your eyes blink open as you reach up through the arms. Exhale, right arm down, stretch out through the left side of the body, taking your left arm over by the ear. Keep both sitting bones grounding down. So today, practice with lots of compassion. Inhale, arms to center. Exhale, left arm down, stretch over to the left side, getting your right side nice and long. When you practice with lots of compassion, just enjoy your breath and your movements without being attached to the outcome of any pose. That makes your practice more fun that way. This was a really fun day. It was so windy. Take your hands behind you, interlace fingers or thumbs. Open the chest, inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, hinging forward from the hip creases, stretching up through the hands gently, opening your shoulders. Yes, it was so windy that we had to find some rocks to put on the corners of the yoga mat to keep it down. Inhale, make your way up. And then take your hands behind you. Take a switch, the yoga leg switch. Ground down through the sitting bones, lengthen tall, interlace fingers. Exhale, arms or fingers out. Inhale, arms up toward the ears. So it was pretty exciting. Exhale, lean over to your right side so you can stretch out the left. Take a breath here, relax around your neck. Inhale, come back to center. Release the hands. Interlace the other pinky on the bottom. Face your palms out. And inhale, take the arms up toward the ears. They might not go all the way, that's fine. As you ground down through the sitting bones, stretch and lean to your left. By the way, did you know that when you keep a turtle in a cage, it only will grow as big as the cage will allow? Weird, right? Come back to center, release the arms, and then interlace other pinky on top or thumb if you can remember. Look up, lengthen, and then exhale, bowing forward. I know this is kind of a random thing to talk about, turtles and cages, but we are actually the same when it comes to going after our dreams. Keep your breath steady. We can only pursue the dreams that we can actually envision. How about that? Come on up, inhale, and then lower yourself onto your back carefully. Drawing your knees into the chest, and then happy baby. Take the little toe sides of the feet or grab onto your ankles. And in our yoga practice, we might only just attempt the poses that we know that we can do well. Keep your right leg as it is, extend the left leg. So today, let's get out of that cage and get curious about the whole big wide world, starting with our yoga practice. Maybe try some things just to see what could happen. So here's something. Take your left arm across and see if you can get your right arm underneath the right leg so that your knee is moving towards your shoulder a little bit deeper. Just get curious about it. Bend your left leg and now take your right ankle just above the left knee to thread the needle. And flex your ankles. Draw your right hip gently forward. Breathing here. And then inhale. Option to extend that left leg and maybe even reach a little bit closer toward the foot. Maybe even grab that foot. So again, even though we're going to explore and be curious today with our poses, always remember, take care of yourself, take care of your body, move slowly with breath. Releasing this and then crossing the right knee on top of the left for Gomukhasana legs and holding onto the feet or the legs. And the knee might not make it all the way on top of the other knee, but regardless, my mat is blowing. Regardless, you will feel a good hip stretch, and that is what matters. We're just going to get into those hips. Now, I will fix my mat. You stretch your hips. You're doing a good job. I have to put something down on my mat. So, let's come back to happy baby now. And lengthen your sitting bones toward the ground. Oops, surprise. 4 rocks have appeared magically on my mat. Keep your left leg as it is as you extend the right leg. I thought Duke was going to keep it in there, that he put them on there, but no, not this time. So half happy baby, holding that left foot, or you can hold on to the ankle, drawing the knee toward the armpit. And then getting a little curious, bringing the right arm over, and then the left hand inside the foot, and see if you can get that left shoulder to come underneath the right knee, and then you can hold your leg anywhere that works with your hands. You can also get curious about what it would feel like to bend your right leg as well. Might make it a little bit more accessible. Well, wherever you are, make sure that you're breathing and releasing any attachment to the outcome of any poses. And now take your left ankle just above your right knee. Start to draw the legs in toward the chest. And as you do this, draw your left hip gently forward so that your hips stay level. Keep breathing nice and steady. Release any tension in your neck and your jaw. And inhale, option to extend your right leg up. And you might even reach for that right calf, or maybe down by the ankle, perhaps even the foot. Just get curious. Set yourself free. Get out of that cage. Enjoy the process. And then bending both knees, taking left knee on top of right. Hold on at your shins or down by your feet. And as you're breathing here, see if you can draw your thighs in towards your belly. As you gently pull your feet away from one another. So little by little, you can see what happens if you go in a little bit deeper into your hip stretch. And hug your knees in, and then take your feet to the mat as you roll yourself onto the right side. Press up with your left hand. Bring yourself forward, wrists under shoulders and knees under hips, and then stretch to a child's pose. Press your hands down into the mat so that you can stretch out your back. You know, being comfortable and safe definitely has its place, but when you feel the fear and you go for it anyway, that is a great teacher. And fear holds us back a lot. Walk your hands over to the right and shift your hips over to the left, stretching the side body a little bit more. You can even place your left hand on top of the right if you wish. When that fear holds us back, come to center, inhale, exhale, hands to the left and hips to the right. And you might Put that right hand over the left, perhaps. Most of that fear that we feel, it's not even real. It doesn't even happen. I mean, of course, there will be failures, but we learn so much more from failures than we ever do from a success. Come back to center. Now reach your thumbs toward the ceiling and then place your palms together and take them to your neck. As you do, see if you can inch your elbows a little bit forward and then draw your shoulder blades down toward the waist. Stretching out the triceps a little bit, shoulders. Keep breathing. And then releasing that. Arms, shoulders distance apart. Again, point your thumbs to the ceiling so your outer arms spin down, and then keep that as you come up onto the hands flat in the knees and go to down dog. Keeping knees soft, and then walk your feet as wide as your mat. Walk your hands as wide as your mat, maybe even grabbing the sides of the mat, and then stretch back. Begin bicycling the legs if you like. Move into your head, your shoulders, your hips. However feels nice. Being curious in your body with different movements and how they feel. It's good to know what you like and what you don't like. Now looking forward. Walk your hands back to shoulders distance and your feet to hips width. Come way up onto the toes, inhale, exhale it out. Walk your feet all the way forward to the hands. Inhale, hands to shins and lengthen. Keep the length and fold, bend the knees as you like. Press through the feet to rise up as you inhale. Maybe touching the palms or keeping the arms, shoulders distance, and exhale to Samastitihi. Feet hips width or big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Sweep the arms up, inhale. As you exhale, hinge from your hip creases and fold in, bending the knees or not. Inhale, look up, lengthen. As you exhale, step back with your left foot and take your left knee down, patting up that knee if it needs any. Inhale, stretch your arms up and sink. Keep your belly pulling in and breathe. You know, if you do have a dream, you have to want it more than the thing that you're afraid of that's holding you back. So you gotta want that dream more than being afraid of the fear. Bring your hands down to the mat. Step to plank. Shoulders above wrists, knees can come down or stay up. Keep your belly pulled in and up, lift your pelvic floor muscles and breathe. Shift about an inch forward with your body, slowly lower as you hug the elbows in. And then, hands by low ribs, elbows up, press all 10 toenails into the floor. Inhale, peel the chest up for cobra. Lengthen sitting bones towards backs of knees and lift your belly. It's okay to dream big, my friend. Releasing down. Interlace your fingers at your low back or hook your thumbs. Roll the shoulder heads away. Lift the legs, inner thighs spinning up toward the sky. Lengthen sitting bones towards backs of knees. Keep the belly pulled in. And breathe with the back of your neck staying long. And release. Hands by low ribs. Tuck the toes under, keeping the knees up or down. Take an inhale and then exhale. Press up and stretch back. Be curious. Right leg lifts on your, left leg lifts on your inhale. Step it all the way forward. Take your right knee down and pat up your right knee if it needs some. Pull the left hip back. Inhale, add the arms, arrow straight arms. Sinking forward. And breathing here. Soften around your neck. Keep your belly pulling in and lengthen through the back body. Relax your jaw. Maybe a little tiny back bend if it feels good. Exhale. Bring the hands down. Now step your back foot all the way to the front of the mat. Lengthen, inhale. And fold, exhale, pull the belly in. Firm through the feet and rise up. Sweep the arms out, around and up. Ribs and belly in. Maybe tiny back bend there, but woo, that wind almost blew me over. Hands to heart. Samastiti. Inhale, sit back for chair pose. Weight into the heels. Drop your buns down. Maybe looking up a little. Then belly to thighs. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Stepping the left foot back, taking the left knee down. Inhale, reaching up. Pull the right hip back as you sink. Stretching through all four sides of the waist. Now bring your hands to heart center. Lean forward, taking your left arm across and twist. Again, pull your right hip back. Keep your breath steady. Come to center. Hands on either side of the foot as you come to plank. Knees up or down. Be curious. It's your choice. But do keep your belly lifted and your pelvic floor as you shift forward, slowly lowering down. All the way. Everything touches at once. Hands by low ribs. Peel the chest up for cobra, or perhaps up a little bit higher, but lengthen sitting bones to backs of knees. Roll the shoulders back. Keep your belly engaged. Outer hips pinning in. Release it down. Interlace other pinky or thumb on top. Roll the shoulders away from the mat and lift Shalabhasana. Again, lengthen your sitting bones toward the backs of your knees. Wide open hearts. Pull your belly in. Press your pubic bone gently down. And then release it. Hands by low ribs again. Tuck the toes. Knees can be up or down. Be curious. On an exhale, press up and then to down dog. You know, discomfort is a wonderful teacher. Left leg up, inhale. Step it forward. Now right knee down. Okay. Pat up that right knee if it needs any padding. And sink forward. Pull the left hip back. Bring your hands to your heart. Lean forward and hook your right arm across. Twist. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine. Create that length, that space. As you exhale, maybe you can twist in a little bit more, but keep your hips level, so twist from above your waist. Release that, and step your back foot to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold, exhale. And bend your knees, drop your hips. Sit back, chair pose, belly in, weight in the heels, and then slowly to standing. Now turn to the long side of your mat and step or hop your feet wide. Turn your right leg all the way out. Bring your back toes in a little, lining heel to arch. Inhale, arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, warrior two. Make sure your right knee is above your ankle. Point it over the middle toes. And press the back thigh back as you lift your back inner thigh. Now drop the left arm, reverse your warrior. Maybe bend your right knee a little bit more. Again, just be curious. Slowly straighten the right leg, still reversing. Take an exhale here. And then inhale, come up, setting up for a triangle pose, shortening the stance if you like. Still heel to arch, hinge from your hip crease. Reach, 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 and then take your right hand down wherever it lands. Could be on the shin, the foot, a block, the earth. Inhale, reach the left arm forward. As you exhale, sweep it down and take it behind your back. Rest it at the low back, or it might be able to hook onto the thigh. Whatever works. Roll your top shoulder back. Look up unless it bothers the neck. There goes my mat again. A lot of trouble today. You hold the pose. I'm going to fix my mat. Okay, come out of the pose. We'll do the other leg, turning the left leg all the way out. The back toes in a little, line up heel to arch. And I'm fixing my mat. Inhale, take your arms up to shoulder height. Bend the knee over the ankle. Exhale, warrior two. See, things don't always go as planned, but that's okay. Because the one thing I know I can count on, and you can too, is change. So today it's windy and my mat's flying all around. Tomorrow, not so much. Reverse. There's Duke. Bending into the front knee as you reverse. Heavier rocks. Keep reversing as you straighten the front leg. Exhale here. On your inhale, make your way up. Set up for triangle pose. Shorten your stance if you like. Hinge from the hip crease. Reach, reach, reach out. And then down. Take your left hand to your shin, your foot. The earth on a block is great too. Put it on the little toe side of the foot if you take it down. Reach your right arm forward, inhale. Exhale, sweep it in front of you. And then take it behind your back, resting there. Or perhaps hooking it onto the thigh. Now lengthen your torso. Reach the crown of your head forward and maybe turn your gaze up. Breathe. Look down to the foot. Inhale, coming up. Hands on the hips. Reach your right arm up and bend the elbow. Take your left hand on top of the right elbow or bring it behind you, holding your shirt. Toes are pointed straight ahead in toward each other a little. Hinge from your hip creases and fold. So this is Prasarita Padottanasana variation. That right elbow might rest on the ground. It might not. But widen across your chest and roll your left shoulder away from the earth. Shift the weight carefully toward the balls of the feet. Come up with a long spine on your inhale. And release the arms. Take them out to shoulder height. Left arm up, spinning the tricep in toward the face. Bend your left elbow. Take your right hand on top or take it behind you, rolling it back and then rolling the shoulder back. Look up, lengthen, inhale. Hinge from the hip creases, come forward as you exhale. Breathe here. Squeeze the outer hips towards center, gazing off the tip of your nose. Carefully shifting the weight toward the balls of the feet. Squeeze outer hips, inner thighs. Inhale, come up with a long spine and release. Now point or turn the right leg all the way out again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Lean forward, take right forearm to right thigh. Reach your left arm straight up and then take it behind you. To the low back or hooking on the thigh. You can keep your right forearm on your right thigh or maybe slide it down to the ankle. Press to the outer edge of the back foot, and now you have an option to take your right arm underneath the thigh for interlock clasping. Again, just check it out. Be curious. And then you can curiously begin to straighten your right leg. It will definitely increase the shoulder stretch as well as a stretch in your hamstrings. So be careful with that. Rebend your front knee. Release your arms, come up, warrior two. Feet to parallel. Left leg turns out, back toes in. Make sure you're still heel to arch. Take your arms up, inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee over the ankle. Make sure it points over the middle toes. Hinge from the hip crease. Take left forearm down, right arm up. Then sweep your right hand behind your back or hook it onto the thigh. Keep pressing through the outer edge of the back foot. Option to slide your left hand down to your ankle. Stay there, or option to take it underneath the left thigh and clasping your hands or holding a piece of clothing you can find back there. So again, be curious, and then maybe find a little curiosity around straightening that left leg, maybe just a tiny bit. See what happens. Slowly rebend the left knee. Reach both arms out as you come up, warrior two. And feet turning out at the center of your mat. So toes out. We'll bend the knees. Drop your tailbone down. And inhale, lift your arms up. Try to lift your frontal hip bones toward your lower ribs as your knees press back. Take your arms out to shoulder height. Reach through those arms, lift the chest, but soften the shoulders. Bring your right arm over the left. You can also touch your opposite shoulders with your hands. Then reach your fingertips up toward the sky. Check in with your legs. Press the knees back. Lengthen your tailbone down. Slowly undo the arms and slowly straighten the legs, reaching arms to the sky. Yes, it's a success moment. Then bend the knees again. That's what you see people do when they've just had a win, right? So good job, you had a win. Inhale, sweep the arms up, bending the knees, pressing the knees back, dropping down through the tailbone. Now reach your arms out to shoulder height, stretching them out, give them a nice stretch. Then take your left arm over the right, eagle arms, or touch your shoulders. Then recheck in with your legs and your hips. Lift your frontal hip points toward the lower ribs, drop your buns down, press your knees back. Now reach your fingertips toward the sky. Undo your arms slowly as you sweep them up. Straighten the legs slowly. Winner! You are a winner. Now take the arms out to the sides. And hold the breath in, step or hop. Feet together, turn to the front of your mat. As you inhale, circle the arms up, look up, lengthen up. As you exhale, hinge forward from the hip creases to fold. And then inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Remember, knees can be up or down. Pull the belly in and up, lift the pelvic floor, shift forward, lower shoulders no lower than elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoulders above wrists, thighs and knees up, or do cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, stretch back. Breathe. Spread your fingers and then slowly onto the knees. Keep your hips right above your knees as you start to walk your hands forward. Point your thumbs up to the sky. Anahatasana. So when you point your thumbs up, your outer upper arms can spin down toward the mat. That's what we want. If you can keep that and take your palms flat, then take them flat. But press more into the thumb first finger side. Your head may or may not touch. Your chest may or may not touch. To come out of this, walk back, taking your forearms down. Walk your knees closer a little bit to your elbows. Elbows no wider than shoulders. Tuck the toes, dolphin. Press onto the forearms. Lift up through the shoulders. Pull the ribs and belly in. Firm the legs if you can straighten them. Now walk your feet back and ripple the spine forward. Dolphin plank pose. If this gets to be too much, you can take your knees down or you can lift your hips up. But see if you can stay with it. Again, be curious. How long can you hold this pose? Getting into the teacher of discomfort. Walk your feet forward, because if you only do the poses you know you can do, come to dolphin and then knees down. Take your hips onto your heels, or you might take them between your heels. You could also sit up on a block. Virasana. Fingertips behind you, and see if you can lift your buns up, lengthening sitting bones toward backs of knees. Let your head go back. So if you only do the yoga poses that you know that you can do well, you'll never know everything that you can do. Bring your chin in and lower. And if you only go after the goals you know you can reach, you're selling yourself short. Come up onto the knees. Lift your hip points toward the low ribs, hands at low back to lengthen sitting bones to backs of knees. Leaning back, stay there or reach for the heels. And imagine there's a string attached to your chest. It's lifting you up toward the sky. So if you are touching your heels, it's light. Spin your inner thighs back. Breathe. Let your head go any amount. The trick here, chin in. Come up both shoulders at the same time. The trick here is to lengthen the front of the body instead of thinking of it as a back bend. Sit back on the heels again. Come on up, hands at low back, so up on the heels. Now, if you can, reach your hands to your feet, then do this. Sit back on the heels. Walk your hands forward toward the heels and come into camel pose that way. Otherwise, keep your hands at your low back and keep leaning back. Breathe. Sometimes this pose can bring up fear just on its own because we're exposing our heart and it's vulnerable. So just know if you're feeling that, it's okay. Squeeze your outer hips, inner thighs, come up both shoulders at the same time, and then child's pose. That fear is just a natural response of your body, and it's okay. Breathe through it. Breathing through discomfort and fear will take you far. Let's make our way back up. Take your hips off to one side and face the long side of your mat. Soles of feet together, knees apart. Sit up tall. You can stay there or hinge at your hip creases and come forward. Stretching out. Let the low back, if you're coming forward, inner thighs, outer hips get a stretch too. Come on up and take your legs wide, Upavista Konasana. Point your toes and your knees up toward the sky. And you can sit here with your hands behind you if you already feel a good stretch, or take your left hand to the inside of the right hand to the inside of the right foot, left arm over. Actually, either one is fine. If your left arm will come over, bring it there. Otherwise, keep your left arm straight up. You can hold the foot, hold it. You can hold the leg. But instead of coming forward, try to get that nice side stretch in the body. Inhale, come on up. And now left hand inside of the left foot, or do the other side. Right arm up, so you're stretching the side body. You can stay right there or play and be curious about taking your right arm across as well. Maybe holding onto the leg or just taking it to where it will go so you can stretch out through the side body. We're going to need that for compass pose. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, hinging at the hip creases to come forward or stay up, but just little by little, see what happens. Maybe you have more ability than you think. My teacher's teacher would say, there are no inflexible bodies, only inflexible minds. Inhale, come up, and then bending both legs again into Baddha Konasana. We're going to take the big toes with the first two fingers. Exhale, extend the right leg out, keeping the left leg down, and release it. Take an inhale, exhale, left leg up, and out. Unfortunately, I'm on a hill here and it's not in my favor. Inhale, pull the belly in. Whoops, see, not in my favor. Pull the belly in, lift the chest, maybe both legs. You can also hold the legs instead of the feet. Now see if you can keep your legs up, but release your feet. Legs are wide. Got to use your belly muscles and your pelvic floor muscles. Now grab those feet again. I know they didn't go anywhere, right? And then release, crossing the shins. Then with your right leg, you're going to cradle it. Your left knee can just be bent, like it was just in Sukhasana or crisscross applesauce. You can also do the forklift style. And then we're going to take that knee above the shoulder as much as you can. Take the right hand down, left hand's on little toe side of foot, and stretch out the leg as much as it'll stretch. Compass pose or Pavrita Surya Yantrasana. It's a big stretch. So do what you can and be nice to yourself. Release, come down. And if you're not being nice to yourself, then thank your head for sharing and move on. Be nice to yourself going forward. Let's do the left leg. So you can cradle it. This is the baby cradle option. Or there's the forklift option. And try either or both. Just rocking it side to side. Nice open hip. Now you're going to take it out to the side and back so that your knee goes above your shoulder. Then left hand comes to the floor and reach over for your foot with your right hand. Start to straighten the leg any amount and turn your gaze up. Compass pose. So give it a try. Do what you can. If you never try, you'll never know. But just be mindful, always listening to your body. And if you get any pains, your body says stop, and you've got to honor that. Slowly rebend that knee and turn yourself to the front. Both legs in front. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hip creases to come forward. Lengthen as you inhale. Extend forward as you exhale. Holding whatever you can reach. You have everything already within you that you need for your dreams. So dream big and remember that you will learn more from failing than you will from success. So gotta go for it. Inhale, head up. Reach the arms up. Sweep them down. Scoot your hips forward. Make your way onto your back. Draw your right knee into your chest. Left leg extends, and then draw your right knee across. Look over the right shoulder, and your left knee can be bent or straight. Turn your belly toward the sky. And remember that your potential is only limited by how big you're willing to dream. So get out of that cage. Open the door. Walk out. And join the big, big world. It's not so scary. Head to center. Hips to center. Draw the left knee in. Extend the right leg. As you exhale, guide your knee over to the right and look over the left shoulder. And set yourself free. Breathing nice, long, smooth breaths. As you're here, a quote from the Buddha who said, "You, yourself, as much as anyone in the entire universe," come back to center, hug your knees in, "deserve your love and affection. You, yourself, as much as anyone in the entire universe deserve your love and affection." Make your way into your final resting pose. Allow your body to relax. Lengthen your sitting bones. Draw your shoulder blades away from the ears. Surrender. Be heavy in your shavasana. Release any tension in your forehead and your jaw. This is a quote from Paul Brandt. "Don't tell me the sky's the limit when there are footprints on the moon." And one last quote today from Rumi. "Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it." Quiet mind, quiet body, Shavasana, rest. Right where you are, take a deep breath in. Exhale, move the hands and the feet. Stretch through the arms and the legs. Nice long stretch. Bend your knees. Roll yourself to your right. Thank yourself for showing up today. And remember, dream big. Come on up to seated. Bring the hands together. Hands to your forehead, reminding you to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to your heart, reminding you to have clear and loving intentions. And hands to your mouth, reminding you to have clear and loving communication, sending positive energy out to all beings everywhere. Namaste. The light in me recognizes, honors, salutes, and loves the light in you. If you enjoyed today's class, try this Hatha Yoga class. A lot of people say they love it. And did you know that today's class is part of my 30-day Hatha Yoga Joy program? To see the whole playlist, click here.